Hello, everyone, and a very good evening. I hope you all are doing good. So, I, Aman Kumar, an astronomy educator from Brahman Education Private Limited, welcomes you all to our live webinar on the conjunction of Mars, Venus with the Moon. Right? We know there are so many events which happens in our daily lives. Like we see full moon, we see eclipse, we see conjunctions, and there are so many celestial event happens, right? And today we are going to show you this conjunction of Mars, Venus with the Moon, and this whole event, this live webinar, all is being developed, organized, and facilitated by our very talented, very hardworking, very intelligent iAstronomers of iAstronomer Club. Today, our facilitators, Vetrival and Abdul will going to share you about the knowledge of conjunction and how it is going to be look and what we are going to see and how we can plan to have such a observation in our daily life. Okay, so not taking so much of time, I welcome our facilitators Vetrival and Abdul Rahman to move forward with the presentation. So let us start with Vetrival.
So hello everyone, I am Vetrival. So today we are going to see about conjunction of moon and planets. So let's get started. So what are conjunction? From here, let's start our webcast with a beautiful video. You have saw such a beautiful video of Venus and Jupiter conjunction and the Venus 5 moons. So you may get some idea of conjunction. Let's get into what more about conjunction. So conjunction means apparent meeting or passing of two or more celestial bodies. The moon is in a conjunction with the sun at the place of new moon, where it moves between the earth and sun. So, in reality, the celestial bodies are far apart from each other, but it appears close from earth. So, the other celestial events that happen in space. First, eclipse. Eclipse is classified into two types. One is solar eclipse and another is lunar eclipse. Solar eclipse. Solar eclipse happen when at just the right time the moon passes between the sun and the earth. Sometimes the moon only blocks a part of sun's light. This is called as partial solar eclipse. The moon blocks all the sun's light is called total solar eclipse. So consider me as sun and the pen as moon. So you are the Earth. So when the moon comes in between the Earth and Sun, there is a solar eclipse. When the moon only covers a partial light of me as sunlight is known as partial solar eclipse. When it covers all total sunlight, it's known as a total solar eclipse. You can see in the example in the PDF that the total solar eclipse. So next, lunar eclipse. We go to lunar eclipse. The phenomenon happens when the moon, earth and sun align in such a way that the moon in its full phase. When moon completely within darkest part of the shadow known as umbra, called total total lunar eclipse. So consider me as a sun. This is earth, and you are moon. So when you come behind in the behind straight to the moon, and which is the darkest part is when you come between in back of pull back, then it is known as total lunar eclipse. When you are slightly left side or right side, that is known as partial lunar eclipse. So opposition. Earth finds itself between the sun and other planets. So, example, you consider this as Earth and Sun. Any planet, Sun, fine. It's in the middle of both the planets, Jupiter and the star Sun. In the middle, then it is known as in the second picture. So, next, occultation. One celestial body is consider me as consider this as a bigger celestial object, and this my little finger is example. You can remember as Saturn, and this as moon. The Saturn is more longer than Earth distance. So when Saturn is too small, so it when it moves, it get added behind the moon. So transit. When a celestial body passes directly between a large body and the other. For example, consider me as Sun, and this is Mercury. When the smaller object passes in front of me, is called as transit. So that's all about other celestial events that happen in space. So we are going to see what were some beautiful conjunction before. So one such conjunction was a great conjunction of time, happened in 2021. It was a spectacular show as both games came as close as 0.1 degree. The great conjunction happened every 20 years or so. The great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn in 2021, this is the real image from the telescope which was taken in 2021. So today's conjunction of Moon on Venus and Mars. This picture was taken from Stellarium software. These three objects lies in slightly right to the west. So objects which are going to show conjunction. First is Moon. Moon is a natural satellite of Earth. Beneath the layer, it is believe that the moon has a solid shell of 20 miles made of eye-resistant metal such as titanium, uranium-36, and neptunium. So, in live telecast, we are going to see the 4 days old moon. So, Venus. Venus is named after goddess. Venus was named of Roman goddess of love and beauty. So, Venus spins on its axis very slowly but orbits the sun more quickly than Earth. A day, Venus lasts 243 Earth days. Example, Venus, Earth takes 24 hours to revolve itself, but Venus takes 243 Earth days. In Earth, 1 hour 24 hours means in Venus it's 243 Earth days, but a year is only 225 Earth days. Earth has 365 or sometimes 336, but Venus has only 225 Earth days. So, is it true Venus is bigger than the Earth? No. Venus is a fraction smaller than the Earth, but not much. Venus is about 12,104 km across, whereas Earth is about 650 km wider. Venus mass is about 1/5 of Earth's. So this Venus takes 1/4 of Earth days it takes to revolve itself. So, amazing fact about Venus. Venus is named after a goddess. Venus was the name of Roman goddess of love and beauty. So, Mars. I'm going to ask you one question. What is a red planet? Yeah, it's Mars. Mars was named after the Roman god of war because of its blood red color. Second, does Mars have ice at its pole? Yeah, its south pole is mostly dry ice, which is frozen CO2 at the north, means carbon dioxide. At North Pole, there may be frozen water mixed with frozen CO2, carbon dioxide. Is it true there is no life on Mars? No, or at least there are no sure sign of any. But long ago, Mars had flowing rivers of water. Oh, look at here. The planets are moving in the slide itself. Wow, it's looking great. So, in which constellation does Moon and Mars lies? So today, we have the conjunction of Moon, Venus, and Mars, three celestial objects appearing together. Isn't it great? A picture of Moon, Mars, and Venus in close approach, and this picture was took from Stellarium software. Do you know today in which constellation Moon, Mars, and Venus lies? Do you know? Yes. Moon, Mars, and Venus lie in between the Cancer and Leo constellation, but Venus lies in Cancer constellation, and Moon and Mars lie in Leo constellation. So, do you know most of the constellation have animal shape? For example, here you see lion as a shape of lion, Leo in the shape of lion, and Cancer constellation as a shape of crab. In here you can see the moon will be 4 days old, which I have told you before. Let's go towards the observation part, which will be given by my fellow iAstronomer Abdul Kanche. Over to you, Abdul.
Okay, so that was a really nice information which was given by my fellow iAstronomer Vetrival. So now, hello everyone, my name is Abdul Rahman, and let us start with the observation for conjunction. So first, what will be the, so the question is what will be the illumination and the altitude, rising time and setting time. So don't worry, I will tell you what are these. So first of all, moons. Moon illumination is 17%. What is illumination? Basically, illumination is the brightness of a particular celestial object. And the moon's brightness is very low. It is 17%. And this is because, as Vetrival said, the moon is already 4 days old. Then altitude. What is altitude? Altitude is basically the height of a celestial object from the horizon, which is measured in degree. So here the altitude is plus 35 degree. The rising time and setting time, we all know what is rising time and setting time. So the rising time for moon is 8 hours 47 minutes and the setting time of moon is 22 hours 43 minutes. Then we have Mars. The Mars illumination is 94.5%. Isn't that great? The altitude is plus 33 degree. The rising time is 9 hours and 8 minutes. The setting time is 22 hours 26 minutes. Then we have Venus with us. The illumination of Venus is 38.4%. The altitude is plus 29 degree. The rising time is 8 hours 47 minutes. And the setting time is 22 hours 30 minutes. Then we have a table with us. So what does this table represent? So basically this table represents all the information which is given by the previous slides. So here we have the illumination, altitude, rising time and setting time of moon, Venus and Mars. So guys, if you want to take a screenshot or if you want to note it down, so you just do it. And also one more thing, that this information is for Delhi. So if you are living away from Delhi, so the value may change for you. Then we on the left hand side of this slide we have two images which is showing the angular measurement. So the angular measurement for first image from which is Mars to moon, or we can also say Mars to moon. So the angular measure for first image is 22 degree and the angular measure for second image, which is Venus to moon, is of 17 degree. This angular measurement is for 20th of June. On the right hand side, you can see how the state is looking on 20th June, where the moon is very far from the Venus and Mars. Then we have on 21st June, we have different angle measures and the moon is also at the different place. So the angle measures are from Mars to moon, now it is 11 degree, and from Venus to moon it is 6 degree. And on the right hand side you can see the moon now the moon is closer to the Mars and Venus. Then we have on 2022 which is June 22 and which is the main conjunction day, and you can see on the left hand side the angular separation from Mars to moon is 3 degree and from Venus to moon it is 5 degree. And you can see on the right hand side the moon, Mars and Venus are very close to each other. Then guys, again on 23rd, which means tomorrow, the angular separation changed. Then the Mars and moon is the angular separation between Mars and moon is 12 degree and from Venus to moon it is 15 degree. And you can see on the right hand side now the moon started to go away from the Mars and Venus. Now let's go and watch the conjunction.
As you know that the weather of Delhi is so unpredictable that we cannot predict whether it will be clear or not. So right now here is lots of haze is there, and the celestial body, Moon, Venus, and Mars are not properly visible. So we might show this live uh, conjunction later on. Till then, I request Abdul to please show how this conduction is going to be looked with the help of Stellarium application.
क्यों पता नहीं, शायद वहाँ पे नेटवर्क इशू होगा। ओबीएस वगैरह यूज़ नहीं करता। ओबीएस पिछली बार लैपटॉप बंद हो गया था। ऑफिस आ रहा है ना, लैपटॉप बंद हो गया था इससे, ओबीएस से। गया था 100 आवर्स ऑफ एस्ट्रोनॉमी इसी से गया था। यहाँ से माइक जा रहा है, उसका माइक है।
Yes, Abdul, you can share your screen.
Okay guys, sorry for delay. We just ran into an error. So here we have Stellarium with us. So first of all, Stellarium. So first of all, what we will do, we will just put, we will just change the date and the time. So the time currently is, here it is shown 1839. So we will just change this time and we will do it to current.
भाई तुम्हारा ऑडियो ऑन है।
Just put up the detail over here.
एक ही सिस्टम ऑडियो और एक ही तेरा ऑडियो।
So guys, you can see here, like because the sun has not gone below the horizon till now, because of which we are unable to see anything in the sky. So what just we will do, uh, we will just go forward in the time. So let's go 1830. And now we get nearly a dark sky. So we'll just go to the position, and yes, here you can see the conjunction. Guys, I recommend you that if you have a Stellarium on your computer, so I recommend you to go and check on there. And here you can see that. So guys, here you see the conjunction of Venus and Mars. And now let's see what will be the angle separation. Is the angle separation we have shown is correct or not? So for that we will